Welcome back to the deep dive. We're always looking for those, insights that really stick. And today we're looking at something that might sound, well, maybe a bit weird at first. Have you ever actually looked at your empty driveway and thought, hey, maybe I could make money from this? Like real income hidden right there where you live. And surprisingly simple, too. Okay, let's unpack this.
It's funny. It sounds strange, but it really hits home when you think about, well, cities. Anyone who's driven around circling looking for parking, it's maddening, right? You know exactly how valuable a convenient spot is. Near downtown, maybe a stadium, a train station. The demand for parking is just huge. Often there's just not enough. So suddenly renting out your own driveway doesn't sound so odd. It sounds like a pretty smart solution for drivers and, a good opportunity for homeowners. So yeah, this deep dive is all about figuring out the practical side. How do you turn that patch of concrete into, well, cash?
Exactly. That's our mission today. We're going deep into this whole idea, renting out your driveway, maybe a spare parking space you have. We've looked at the sources, and we want to figure out how these platforms actually work. What are the real benefits? What do you need to think about if you want to try it? We really want to show you why this specific side hustle is kind of unique. The effort versus reward. It seems pretty good. It might be smarter and easier than you think. Let's just paint that picture again, that parking headache. Imagine you're trying to get to a concert, maybe a big game. Traffic's bad, you're running late, and you're just driving in circles, scanning the curbs, looking for any spot, getting stressed out. We've all been there.
Oh yeah, that slow crawl.
Now think about someone like, let's call her Maya. Lives near the stadium. Her driveway. Empty most evenings. Empty all weekend sometimes if she's away.
Right, just sitting there.
That's not just empty space, is it? It's potential. It's value just sitting on concrete. Money, literally. From something you already own.
And that's classic economics, isn't it?
Yeah.
Scarcity creates value. In busy areas, parking space is absolutely premium. It's not a small problem. It's a big deal for drivers.
Yeah.
Often the official the city lots or garages, they just can't keep up. So
Okay.
using private spaces like driveways, it directly helps drivers. It gives them another option, often closer, maybe cheaper, definitely more reliable sometimes than finding a street spot. It sort of democratizes parking almost, unlocks value that wasn't really being used before.
So how does Maya or, anyone else actually do this? How do you turn that space into money? You don't need to put up a cardboard sign or anything complicated. Nowadays, it's all about these online platforms. We saw mentions of places like Just Park, Spa Hero, but there are others too, smaller apps, even just local Facebook groups sometimes.
Yeah, lots of options emerging.
And these platforms are basically like digital marketplaces, right? You, the owner, you list your spot, say when it's free, maybe just a few hours, maybe all day for a commuter, maybe even longer term. Upload a photo, describe it a bit, set your price. And the platform does the hard part, connecting you with people who need somewhere to park.
What's fascinating here is just how efficient these things are. It's a perfect example of the sharing economy, isn't it?
Yeah.
People using stuff they already have their space to offer a service, and these aren't just simple listings, they're pretty sophisticated. They often have clever ways to suggest pricing based on demand, what's happening locally, time of day. Payments are usually built in, secure, often goes right into your bank account, super smooth.
Right. Takes the hassle out of it.
Yeah, the tech handles the booking, the money, even syncing with your calendar so you don't double book. It makes it so easy for almost anyone with a spare spot to get started and make some money without much ongoing work.
Okay, let's talk location. Where does this work best? Where's the real money? Because location is key, right?
Absolutely crucial.
So prime spots, definitely near big venues, stadiums, concert halls. Think about game days or big show nights. Huge demand. Maya's spot near the stadium, like you said, that's gold dust then.
Definitely.
Or maybe you're near a busy downtown area. Offices, shops. People commuting in might pay for a regular, guaranteed spot instead of an expensive garage. Train stations, too, commuters parking for the day.
Yeah, park and ride essentially, but using private spaces.
And it's not just city centers. The sources mention suburbs, too. Think about people heading to the airport for a week. Or maybe there's a big festival site just outside town.
Right, anywhere driving and parking is a pain point.
People will pay for that convenience, knowing they have a spot waiting, maybe feeling it's safer than leaving it on the street. And here's where it gets really interesting. The actual potential earnings. This isn't just pocket money, necessarily. The numbers we saw suggest drivers might pay anywhere from, say, $5 up to $25 a day. Sometimes even more in prime spots or during big events.
Yeah, those event surges can be significant.
Let's just run that math example again. If you rent your spot, just say 3 days a week, maybe for $15 a day. which seems pretty reasonable in many places. That works out to nearly $200 a month.
Hmm.
Just for letting someone park their car in space that was doing nothing anyway. Think about what that could cover. A bill, maybe boost your savings, a little extra fund money, all from something you already have with hardly any effort once it's set up.
Those numbers really do show how you can make an asset work for you. An asset that was just idle. And when you look at what drives the price, yeah, local events are huge, but also just regular stuff like how close public transport is, peak commute times, a spot near a university around graduation, or near a big festival. The price can definitely jump.
Right, supply and demand.
And the neat thing is, the platforms often help you with that, suggesting prices, letting you adjust them for busy periods, dynamic pricing, basically. So your driveway becomes this sort of smart asset. It responds to what's happening. It really reinforces that this income comes directly from something you already own that maybe wasn't being fully used.
And that leads to what I think is maybe the most appealing part, how passive it is. Genuinely passive. Once you're listed, you set your availability, your rules, the effort needed from you is minimal, really minimal.
It really is.
Compare that to other side hustles, right? You're not driving people around. You're not delivering takeaways. You're not making things to sell online.
No active time investment in the same way.
Your driveway is just there. The platform does the marketing, finds the drivers, handles the money, sends reminders. It's just efficient. Using what you have to make money while you're, I don't know, sleeping or at your day job.
Exactly. The asset works, not you. If we connect this to the bigger picture, thinking about financial wellness and using your assets wisely, this idea of truly passive income, it's pretty powerful. So many ways to make money involve with trading your time directly for it.
Right, the classic time for money trap.
But here it's different. An existing asset, something maybe you didn't even think of as an asset, starts generating income with very little active work. It kind of encourages you to look around and think, what else do I have that's just sitting there? Nah. It's a smart way to boost your income, make things a bit more resilient, making your stuff work for you.
Okay, but I know what some people listening might be thinking. Safety, security, what about strangers parking on my property?
Valid concerns, absolutely.
And the sources do address this. The good platforms seem to have thought about it. They usually have protections built in for you, the owner, and for the driver, too. Things like secure payments, checking identities, maybe reviews and ratings like you see on Airbnb, right?
Yeah, that reputation system is key.
Some even offer insurance, apparently, just in case something gets damaged, though that seems rare. And crucially, you're in charge. That's the main thing. You set the rules. You decide exactly when your space is available. You set the price. You can often see who wants to book and approve or decline them. Total control.
That control aspect is vital.
Yeah, it's like that Airbnb comparison again, but maybe less intrusive. It's just a car resting in your driveway following your rules, not someone sleeping in your spare room.
This raises an important question about your own comfort level and managing any perceived risk. And those controls you mentioned, they let you do exactly that. Setting specific hours, maybe only renting on weekends, maybe checking out a driver's rating before accepting. That's all possible.
Tailoring it to what feels right for you.
Precisely. It lets you manage how involved you want to be and what level of interaction you're comfortable with. It helps make sure the whole thing isn't just profitable, but also feels secure and easy, which reinforces the whole passive idea, really. You're using your asset, but completely on your own terms with safety nets in place.
So what does this all mean, wrapping things up? The main takeaway here seems pretty clear. That driveway, that spare parking spot, it's more than just asphalt or concrete. It really could be a hidden income stream. Surprisingly simple. It's one of those ideas that, yeah, maybe sounds a bit odd at first, but when you dig into it.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, you might kick yourself for not thinking of it sooner. It's a clever kind of modern fix for a really common problem, turning something idle into, regular income with low effort.
And I think it's a great reminder just generally to look at the things we own with fresh eyes, to ask ourselves, is this being used to its full potential? Is there value here I'm overlooking? What other resources do we all have just sitting around that could actually be doing something more for us? It prompts that kind of thinking.
Absolutely. So maybe the next time you pull into your driveway, pause for a second. Don't just see paving stones. See potential. See a possible revenue generator working silently for you. What other overlooked spaces or skills or assets in your life could be generating income? Worth thinking about, right?